we have a parabola. Wow, say parabola right. Hi, my name is Brian and welcome to another video on limits. In this video, we're going to talk about evaluating limits by factoring. Okay, so the example we have, we take the limit as x approaches 3 of 3x squared minus x cubed all over 2x minus 6. So we have another video on limits by direct substitution, which said that if you have a rational function like we have here, if the value of a is in the domain of the rational functions, we could just plug it in. Unfortunately, the only bad point on this rational function is 3. Now, if you go ahead and check what you get when you plug in 3, you're going to get 0 over 0. Okay, so that's an indeterminate. To us, that means that there is something else we can do, in this case, factoring. So on top, I see that I can pull out a factor of x squared. So we have x squared, and that leaves us with 3 minus x. On the bottom, I can factor out a 2, which leaves me with x minus 3. Again, just quick check. If I were to plug in 3, I'm still going to get 0 over 0. But what I do know is this x minus 3 has to go away. This is the reason we're getting 0 on the bottom. So we need a factor of x minus 3 on top in order to divide them out. Now, we have an x minus 3 and a 3 minus x. We do have a rule that says, let's do this over here, a minus b over b minus a. That will always reduce to negative 1. And so we have that scenario here. But if you didn't see that, what you could do is just factor out a negative 1, and then this would flip to x minus 3. And now you can see that the x minus 3's will cancel out directly. When I do that, let's go ahead and cancel those. We're going to be left with the limit as x approaches 3 of negative x squared all over 2. So let's go ahead and plug in 3 again. If we get 0 over 0, it just means we have to keep doing this. Fortunately, when I plug in 3, I'm going to get negative and then 3 squared over 2. And that's going to give us negative 9 over 2. Or you can say negative 4.5. So I want to take a look at the graph of this just so that you can see what's happening at 3. We have a parabola of negative x squared over 2. That's what it looks like. However, when you look at x equals 3, you're going to have that open dot. But you can see that as you approach when you approach 3 from both sides, you're going to get a y value of negative 9/2. All right, so I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bye.